Hello guys, welcome back. So today we shall going to tackle Amazon SQL interview question. So I'm going to tackle this question using two methods. So let's jump straight to the question. Make sure you stick to this video till the end. So let's jump straight to the question. So the question is asking to find the people present inside library. So we have this library table. So this library table contains the employee ID. It contains the employee ID, the action, and the basically the activity of the employee ID. So we have employee ID 1 who entered into the library at 9, and he then moved out of the library at 9 9:15. And then we have employee ID 2 who moved in the library at 9, and then he moved out of the library at 9:15. And then employee ID 2 also, he moved inside the library at 9:30. Then we have employee ID 3 who moved outside the library at 9, and then he moved inside it at 9:15. And then he moved outside the library 9:30, and then he moved inside again 9:45. And then you have employee ID 4 who is inside the library at 9:45. And then we had employee 85 who moved outside the library at 9:40. So our question is asking to find the people present inside the library. So for example, employee ID 1 is not inside the library because he moved into the library at 9, and then he moved outside the library at 9:15. And then we have employee. So employee ID 1 is not inside the library. And then you have employee ID 2 who moved inside the library at 9. And then you have he moved outside at 9:15, and then he moved inside again in the library at 9:30. So employee ID 2 is inside the library because after 9:30, after he entered the library at 9:30, he never moved outside the library. So that means employee ID 2 is inside the library. And then employee ID 3, he moved out, he moved in, he moved out, and he moved in. And at 9:45, he moved in and he never moved out of the library. So employee ID 3 is inside the library. Employee ID 4, also he is inside the library. He didn't move outside. So basically, so we have employee 81. This one is out of library. And then you have employee ID 2. Employee ID 2. Employee ID 2 is in. Then employee ID 3. Employee ID 3, he moved in at 9:45 and he never go outside the library. So employee ID 3 is in the library. And then employee ID 4 is in the library. And then we have employee ID 5 is outside library. Out, yeah. So we are only interested with the employees who are inside the library. So that means we we have employee ID 2, 3, and 4. These are the only employees that are present inside the library, as our question is asking us to find the people inside the library. So that means the people inside the library are employee 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to write a query so that you can end up having these 3 people since they are the people inside the library. So let's get started. So I can just simply write my query here. So first of all, we're going to start with our first method. So our first method is we're going to rank the time. We're going to rank the time of each and every employee from the latest to the the eldest time, from the latest to the eldest time. So for that, yes, we're going to let's rank. Select star, and then we include the rank, and over. So we are partitioning by we're partitioning by m by d, and then we are ordering by time, and we are ordering this time by descending so that you can have the latest time, so that you can run the time from the latest to the eldest. So we can call this one as run, and call it as rnk from our table is library. So we can just copy paste table library. So if we run this, we'll going to end up with the time has been ranked from the latest to the earliest. So for example, employee ID 1, his or her latest time is 9:15, and we can see it has been ranked as number 1. And then his or her eldest time is 9, so it has been ranked as number 2. And then employee ID 2, and see this is the latest time, followed by this, and this is the earliest time. Yeah. And then employee ID 3, same. So we've ranked we've ranked the time from the latest to the earliest. So here now the question is asking to find the people present inside the library. So we're going to filter this table based on action. So the latest time should be the latest time, the action should be in. On the latest time the action is in, that means the person is still inside the library. So he has not moved outside the library. So we're going to filter using the action in, and the rank should be 1, because 1 is the position for the latest time. So for that we can just use CTE and say with, let's just call it CTE as and then we include the where clause, where no, we write this select query, select star from CTE where action is equal to in, and the rank should be 1 because rank 1 is the position of the latest time, and we are interested with the people who are still inside the library. So that means their latest time will be in position 1. So rank is equal to 1. So their latest time will be in. So if we run this, so we can see these are the employee who are still inside the library. So as we can see as we've seen here, 2, 3, and 4 other people inside the library. So this is our first method, and then let's go to method 2. Method 2, method 2. Let's run the first our original table here. So method 2, we're going to find the maximum, the latest time, the latest in time, the latest the latest time the employee were inside the library, and the latest time this employee was outside the library, and then we're going to compare. So when the latest time is greater than when the latest inside time is greater than the latest out time, that means the 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 person is still inside the library. When the latest in time is greater than the latest out time, that means the person is still in the library. So we first of all need to find the latest time and the latest time inside the library and the latest time outside the library, and then we're going to compare these two. So first, let's just come up with the query. So let's write select emp id, comma. So we're going to create two columns, the one for the latest in time and the one for the latest out time. So can create that using max case when action equals to when action equals to in, then time end as. So I'll call this as latest in time. Latest in time. So let's just bring it here. So we can copy paste this one also. Out, then latest out time, and then so from our table it is library, library, and then we group by emp ID. So let's run this so that you can see. Yeah, so employee ID 3, this is the latest in time for employee ID 3, and this is the latest out time for employee ID 3. And then employee ID 5, the latest in time is null and the latest out time is. So this basically was just inside and then he moved outside. And then we have employee ID 4. The latest in time is this 9:45, and the latest out time is null. That means it didn't move outside the library. And then we have employee ID 2, whose latest in time is 9:30, and the employee ID 2 latest out time is 9:15, and so forth. So we're going to filter. We're going to filter the employee whose latest in time is greater than latest out time, and also the employee whose latest out time is null. When the latest out time is null, that means that person don't have the latest out time. That means that person didn't move outside the library. That's why that's why we don't have the record for the latest out time. So we're going to compare the latest in time and the latest out time, and also we're going to filter where the latest out time is null. So we're going to use CTE also. So we can just write with CTE as therefore we can write select star from CTE where the latest in time is greater than latest out time, and also the latest out time is null. So when the latest in time is greater than the latest out time, that means the person is still inside the library. And when the latest out time is null, that means the person has not moved outside the library. That's why the latest out time is null. That's why the latest out time detail is not present. So that means the person is still inside the library. So by the time the person move outside the library, then we can have the latest out time. But if you find the latest out time is now, that means the person is still inside the library. So if we or they're supposed to or or so if you run this, so you can have, we've just gotten the same results like the one that we've gotten from the first method. So you can see 2, 3, 4 are there people inside the library. So you can also see my final output table that came as a result of the second method. It's also 2, 3, and 4. So these are the people inside the library.